Welcome back YouTube, it is 2 Joe coming back at you with more Idle Heroes content. Today we're on the VIP 9 account, so you guys know what that means. We got some more PvP. This account is just, I don't know, I just love it. The changes that were made to this account recently, I just think that it's awesome. So we're going to jump in, do some PvP real quick. So I'll set this up and I will be right back. And there we go, just like that. We probably need to fight a few times before we can, get really good opponents. But maybe we can find one. Again, I don't want anything... I just did this. Anyways, I don't want anyone too super easy, but I guess since we're starting out, we'll have to fight, a few people. But also, we'll have to work our way up and just kind of show you a few different fights and exactly how I do it. So, anyways, on this account, all of these 3 pets are max, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, obviously, the deer will be extra tanky, the phoenix will have burn synergy, but for the most part, I don't really mind, throwing any of them anywhere. The dragon, I think, can be one of the worst, just because it's good, but, it doesn't provide a whole lot, Crit's nice, but I don't know, it's just one of those things. So anyways, getting into it, I already forgot this other dude's teams, but I'm pretty confident for this account. Ooh, excuse me. We have a lot of, we have enough to make 2 pretty solid teams. So that's kind of my idea. Making 2 teams. This team might be better. Garuda, awesome. Carry, awesome. Nakia can be pretty strong. Amun-Ra is also really strong. Tara, even though he's 10-star, he can definitely help. His actives really can slow their roll, just a little bit. But again, Heartwatcher, I guess she's just there just to fill a spot, whatever. But again, I don't think that many teams could potentially, stick up to this. And again, if they can, you can always move your team around. No worries about that. But for the most part, people will either throw one super strong team in, and then their second team will just be mediocre, and then their third team is just random level 100s, which kind of like what we're doing. But most people don't really have max pets either. So keep that in mind whenever you're doing this. Again, if you're on a later server, it is different for you. Newer servers, it is smart to buy 2 pets. That way they don't know which one is your main pet. And if you're running some meme team, buy the phoenix as well. Buy the deer as well. You don't even have to level them up, but they see 2 pets, so they're like, okay, one of these is going to be their main one, so on and so forth. That was fairly easy. Dude was 200 or so points ahead of us. We still have some climbing to do. But I think with each time we should be able to find tougher and tougher opponents. Just kind of give me 1 second here. Alright, let's see. Phantom. Again, homie looks alright. Let's find someone hopefully a little bit better. This dude was here earlier. His slot 1, or I guess his team 1, is pretty decent, but again, slot 2's pretty weak. I would assume that this dude has some decent team in the third one. But again, if you're going for easy wins, we're just going to put our best team up front. And again, I think with Carry and Garuda, it's that simple. We'll throw them in there. Again, I love Nakia. Sometimes in PvP, though, she's not amazing, but again, I think with this team right here, she can work really well. My only problem is, she's an assassin and she's super squishy, which again, that's just kind of her role. But Amun-Ra's one of the best supporting priests, in my opinion. I know Belrain is phenomenal, but again, if Belrain doesn't boost Nakia, then it's kind of pointless. But Amun-Ra, she'll set that shield every single time on everyone. And maybe we should throw an energy artifact on her. I don't know if we have that. But, maybe that could help. Again, I'm not looking to min-max this team. Because if that's the case, then I'd probably make another 10-star or whatever. Feed the 9 stars we have to Tara. Whatever. But again, I'm just kind of showing you that you don't really need perfect teams to make this work. His team was actually really funky. Like, King Barton, he's not super meta anymore. His Horus was probably the best guy that he had. Scary, single scary. I mean, even a few multiple scaries are not fantastic for PvP. Again, and the dude is placed pretty high. This team is really weird. I mean, we just wiped him out immediately, but Valentino, not really being used anymore. I didn't see half of his other team because we wiped him out. I would assume that they're low, Okay, so yeah, Bade, Sigmund, whatever, Omnivore. Those are random characters that he's probably just wanting to build in the background. I totally get that. Let's check someone, somewhat decent stats, maybe someone that I haven't seen in a while. Okay, so this, again, dude, slot 1 is pretty decent. I don't know, again, his slot 1 was not fantastic. It still had some 5 stars in there. His slot 2 wasn't even great. This dude, okay, this dude's slot 2 is pretty decent. Slot 1 it only has carry, so that's not anything to brag about. Again, do we swap? We could. But again, our slot 1 might be better than our slot 2. So I'm just going to go for it. And we'll kind of break this one down as we go. I know that I rushed over that team. I'm just trying not to make this, a super, super long video. But anyways, so again, this dude has carry, phenomenal. This dude has a Garuda, also really good. His Thalassium might not really fit on this team just because he had, what's his name, Mim. Outside of that, I didn't really see much. So no one's putting any mad burns or marks. Real quick. Okay, Jara, maybe. Cthulhu, maybe. But again, Thalassium doesn't really fit there. As you can see, most teams are not made, super, super phenomenal in Trial of Champions, where you need many. And this relates to the interdimensional arena as well. Except, you can fight older servers, and they just have more time, which I guess, helps a lot. So this team, actually pretty good. I mean, Gustin, Belrain, Garuda, and Aspen. Aspen is decent. Garuda is really good, Belrain is really good, and Gustin can be really good. This dude's front line is not amazing. I guess Emily, again, is decent, but I just feel like this dude is trying to do too much support, on this, whatever. Or he just doesn't have enough, super main attack damage type dudes, and he just worked on something else. But again, he's actually, his Garuda's doing phenomenal. A little bit worried, but again, sometimes that's all it takes, is just one really good hero. Maybe I shouldn't have talked crap about it. It looks like we're going to win. I'm not too concerned about that. But again, people that make multiple carries and multiple Garudas, they generally do fantastic because they have a Garuda and a carry for each team. Again, whatever. I don't really know where I'm going with that. I definitely do think that they are phenomenal heroes, and if you aren't building them, then I appreciate you even more. Just because everyone has them. We can't even kill this. Why? Okay, thank goodness. Aspen taking them down. That's why I do love Aspen. Because that super high-end damage that he does occasionally, it really is amazing. So anyways, next step, you kind of just want to do this. You could just fight the lowest person and slowly climb up, which, you know, that's totally a way. But you want to at least fight a few people just for your monthlies every single time. We could fight this dude again, but what difference does it make? I'm just trying to climb up a little bit. But anyways, you want to collect just the resources just from doing this all the time. It's really, really good. And I mean, that's kind of it. If you take it one step at a time, like this, for example, this dude's second line is not good. So that's an easy win. So you just kind of have to figure out the first one, how you can set your team around that to like guarantee it. Maybe you can't beat it at all. You check it, you're like, we can't do this. So then I would say stack your team on slot 3. Again, we're going to lose slot 2, I would imagine, but I just kind of want to test his slot 3, you know, just because I would assume it's a little bit better than his slot 2, but I doubt he went all out on it, just because most people wouldn't do that. Because if you beat his first team, then you automatically won. He lost points, so on and so forth. Most people set their teams up so that it looks the strongest that it can be. And this team is pretty good, not going to lie. It has a few things going for it. Slot 2 doesn't. So again, I would assume slot 3 is missing some things, you know, but it's probably got 2 to 3 E5s. So nothing too crazy, but not horrible, you know, just based on the level of his power points. So again, we won this one. We have the dragon on this, and I meant to have the phoenix. Whatever. Make sure, you know, just double check that. If your pets aren't maxed, it's really important to get that correct. I don't know how many times I've lost fights because of that. Still, pretty clean sweep. Moving on to the next one. Again, I just want to, you know, kind of browse over this just to say that it's okay to lose, you know, one of your 3. It doesn't really matter. And again, if you're experimenting, lose as much as you can, because then you'll learn. You're like, oh, this hero doesn't go with this hero. Michelle does no damage. Whatever it is, you know, like you'll learn your team. And this dude has some 6 stars. He might not be able to kill us just because our pet's level is so high. Plus, I mean, Asmo kind of ramps up. This dude has the deer. I don't know, it's a 50-50. I'm gonna say we're going to win this one. Which, if that's the case, you know, that's cool. Whatever. I just wanted to give you guys some more PvP content, because tomorrow we're bringing some more PvE. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe the day after. But anyways, guys, we won. That's how it goes sometimes. Anyways, guys, it's 420, so if you guys celebrate, make sure to comment down below, and if you guys are, make sure to be safe. You know, it's just crazy out there. But anyways, that is it for the video. You could always check out some of these guys. This is an awesome team. These are just awesome. Get some inspiration from these guys and maybe see what's up on what you can do in the future. But anyways, guys, that is going to wrap it up. This has been 2 Point Joe. I want to say thank you all for being here, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.